It's Llewellyns of Astrological Self going over the astrological energy forecast for October 16th through the 22nd. If this is your first time here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so that way you get all notifications. I also do a collective tarot readings. I do them every day. I'm here for you guys, okay, to share my gifts with you. Okay, so stay tuned for those. Like I said, I post them every single day to get, and these are meant for the collective as well as they're for all star signs, okay? I am also the author of The Princess and Her Inner Voice. Let me get it. Put so much stuff on it. This book is about following your intuition and how it can be used to get through all obstacles as well as to heal all traumas in order for you to get your happy ending in whichever way that looks for you, okay? And this is a fairy tale that's very focused on self-love and self-worth, okay? Building that, knowing your worth. You can find this book on online retailers such as Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and Walmart. It is also available on my website, www.aspiraltotheself.com. After this video, you will see a short little snippet of it, of what it entails, so please stay tuned for that if you wish. Okay, so before I get into the astrological update, I'm going to cleanse the area. I cleanse myself in this area of any ill will, ill intent, and negative energy, so that way only goddess-like energy may flow through as I channel. I call upon Anu, Maka, Bob, the Trinity Three. I call upon my ancestors, archangels, and the seen and unseen. Please protect me as I channel. Please give me the messages that the collective needs to know and that they need to see and be aware of. Any curses, hexes, evil eye will be dissolved, transmuted, and intervened with by the All High. Jirich, Balcha, Banate an Banja Ort. So that means in Gaelic, hello, welcome. May the blessing of the goddess follow you. So let's get into the retrograde energies, okay? So we have Saturn retrograde, which is about reviewing past lessons in order to move forward, okay? So think of retrograde energies as moving backward. Think of them if you came from the time of VHS tapes. It's like a rewind. It's a rewind so you can play over your past experiences to get the full juicy details that you may not have had prior so you can move forward, okay? Then you have Neptune retrograde, which the veil is lifted. Okay, especially now since we're getting closer to Samhain, the veil gets more thin, if you need to think of it like that. Think of it like mesh, but it gets more thin the closer we get to Samhain, especially after the fall equinox, okay? So the veil is lifted, the truth is exposed, so any deceit, lies, ill intentions, they've been exposed, as well as there's a shift energetically to restore balance. Because if you pay attention to my other videos, there's been a karmic imbalance, meaning too many people were turning to the dark. Too many people were low vibration and like summoning dark entities, dark beings, okay, to do their bidding to hurt people. Okay, because you wouldn't summon a dark entity or being to help people, right? So that's all been exposed. So do not be surprised at this time if you see people going through a lot of tragedy, even death, okay, especially after the solar eclipse. This week, okay, the 14th, eclipse energies last 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after, okay? So it's going to bring balance. It's going to restore balance. And the gods, the All High, they've seen what these people were doing, and now they're exposing them in a terrible but revolutionary way. Like you may even get people like arrested. You might see some fraud, some scams going on to rob people of money. Okay, you're gonna see a lot of this. So do not be surprised. I'm not telling you to like turn your back on anybody who's went through hardship except for right now. Like this is the time period where they're getting their lump sum karma. okay? Because a contract has been completed. So just know that anytime there's a time for Satan to come up to the earth to have his will, there's a contract in place with him and God and Goddess. Okay, so the All High, Satan and the All High have a contract before he does anything here. They have a contract. There's a certain amount of time that is allotted for Satan to do whatever. Okay, because rest assured, Satan's going to get whatever he's promised anyway. So like these people that are summoning him, he's going to at least get their souls. And he's going to take the opportunity to get whoever they've been trying to sacrifice or whatever for monetary gain, which will go into the Jupiter retrograde energies, okay? Because the Jupiter retrograde is about reviewing and discarding our beliefs surrounding money. Because too many people were doing this because of money. They were targeting chosen ones, star seeds, earth angels, and just innocent people, okay, trying to harvest their energy, trying to harvest their solar plexus and sacral energy, okay, in hopes that it would give them luck, give them monetary gain. They were essentially stealing people's abundances, okay? So this is, the contract's up, okay? The contract between them both is up. Now, these dark entities, Satan, they're coming to collect. They're coming to collect what is owed to them. So if these people made promises to sacrifice other people and they don't have those people by the contract ended time, which was, I want to say like last week, their time's up. Now they're going through karmic repercussion. So we're talking like severe tragedies. We're talking severe health issues. We're talking about severe disruptions financially until the ultimate goal is death so he can have his soul. Don't feel sorry for them. They earned this. They had 10 years for some of these contracts, okay? They had 10 years. 10 years they were hurting people. 10 years they were targeting people, okay? And it's all been exposed. And especially with the Uranus retrograde, which was a wake-up call for many of us, okay? It was working with the Saturn and Neptune retrogrades. It was unveiling the deceit, because a lot of these people are your family. A lot of these people were your closest friends. A lot of these people were people you know, like your neighbors, okay, that were doing stuff like this, okay? Their deceit has been exposed, and it's provided you with a breakthrough so you can get your independence back, so you can have your blessing. So, you know, they've been telling you, the All High, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they've been telling you to cut people out for a reason. It was to protect you, as well as to get you far away from these people. So their karmic abundances, which is of negative nature, can be paid to them, because you can't be anywhere near them, because otherwise you will share their fate. You will share that negative energy, because you absorb negative energy. I don't know why I'm so itchy, but I'm itchy right now. You will share in that negative energy. So that's why your spirit guides got you far away from these people. Do not entertain these people. Do not respond to them. Do not. And that's what this week's going to be about, which I'll get more into that a little bit later. But these people are really going through it. And they're understanding that this is karma. They were ignorant. They were sold an illusion that they could do this successfully. And they didn't believe in the All High. They didn't believe in karma. They sure as fuck do now. They sure as fuck do now. And the only reason they'd be reaching out to you is because they think that you can save them. Do not be tricked by blood. Do not be tricked by heartaches of the past, okay? Because they're going to try to come back. They want your abundances. They want your blessings. Don't give it to them. Okay, so this week is going to cover October 16th through the 22nd, as well as the chakra that we will go over, which will be mostly impacted is the Earth Star chakra. We're only really taught about the 7, but there's actually 12. Okay, because majority of it has to do with energy. And so we only really know about the 7, but I'm going to go into the Earth Star, which is your 10th, okay? So like I said, people from your past are going to be coming up. And that's going to be a big play this week because of the solar eclipse energies, because of the shakeups, the devastation that they've been experiencing, okay? Because some of these people are going to want to come to you and share hidden truths. Some of these people are going to tell you because they think that that's how they can save themselves. They think they can outrun karma. They think they can outrun their judgment, okay? And I have a story to tell you It is my own, but understand this happened on a collective level. This isn't just my story. Okay, this is many star seeds and chosen one story. Okay, and like I said, this has been a span of 10 years that this contract has been out. Okay, that these people were fed an illusion. Okay, but for me personally, I have been targeted my entire life. My karmic mother went and got readings on me as a child. She killed her first child. So I would have had a sister, because that's what gender she would have been if she was allowed to be in this world. My karmic sister would have been 9 years older than me. She killed her. Okay? She got an abortion. And I'm not saying anything bad about abortion, but it does take a psychological toll on somebody. Okay? That's why I'm pro-choice, because if you make that choice, one, you're going to pay for it in this life or in the next life. And two, you will psychologically go through the heartbreak and trauma of taking that life. Okay? So she took my sister's life. The only reason she kept me alive is because she saw some kind of benefit. So she's had this voodoo priestess. I'm going to say she's Haitian. She had this voodoo priestess who could read birth charts, who could read tarot, and she got my future. And she found out that I would have fame, that I would have wealth, I would have all these things. But she also found out that I would be the generational curse breaker, that I would be the one who ended her tyranny and the demon that's attached to her tyranny. Okay, because my family's had a generational curse for a very long time because of how someone used their abilities to hurt others. And I'll get into that here in a second about abilities, okay? Because you are tested. Know that. You're tested. So she decided she was going to make essentially the deal with the devil. Because I guess in the 90s, there is a satanic panic. People thought they could just go to a bookstore, get some book about how to summon shit, and that was their cheat codes to life or something, So she thought she was going to take herself out of poverty, and she was going to get money, okay? So she summoned this demon, which if you know anything about demons, only low vibrational people summon demons. That's all that's available to them. And demons, just like Satan, have a way of manipulating people, feeding them an illusion. And because they're low vibration, they feed off of them. They feed off their envy. They feed off their jealousy. They feed off their fear. They feed off their shame. Okay? So these people that are calling them, they don't understand that they're essentially feeding something themselves. And that's why they'll never have happiness. Understand, you will never have happiness or joy if you summon a demon. Ever. You won't. There's a reason why they are literally dark entities. There's a reason. They're devoid of joy. And you, if you summon them, are just a juicy little morsel, a little happy meal with legs that they get to consistently feed off of. And because you're low vibrational, you're going to attract that kind of shit to you, and they're just going to keep feeding off of you. So she decided to have this voodoo priestess summon stuff, okay? She thought that she was going to essentially harvest my energy, harvest it. And she worked very hard with this demon she attached it to me as a child, okay? She attached it to me because she essentially tried to harvest my energy for her own blessings, for her own financial gain. Her house was literally like a harvesting station. Anybody who comes in it, it sucks the luck out of them. It sucks their blessings out of them and gives it to the owner of the house. Okay, so very, very dark energy. When I first got Reiki certified, I thought it was so weird that she felt like nothing. She's the only person that felt like nothing. Especially since she's had a lot of reproductive issues and stuff. Karma, But when I went there, when I felt it, there was nothing. She felt like she had this vibration on her. It was an unsteady one, but it was like a rippling. This is how it felt to me. It was just like a rippling like this. And it was essentially to cloak her. It was to cloak her energy. So I wouldn't feel the evil that was inside of her. And that was that she emanated, okay? So she knew my prophecy, she knew the prophecy of me. She knew that 1, I'd have fame and I'd have wealth. 2, she knew that I would be the one who ended her reign of tyranny, because it wasn't just me who she did this to. She sent a demon to any and every person she wanted to feel superior to. Like, she just sent in demons left and right. You get a demon, and you get a demon, and you get a demon. Like, this is woman, okay? She is not my mother in any way. Maybe by title, but that's yet to be proven. Not a mothering, nurturing, like, bone or feeling in her body. Okay, so I have absolutely no compassion, empathy, or feeling for her. None. Like she could die tomorrow and I would not give a fuck at all, just because of how truly terrible she is. Okay? So she knew that I would be the generational curse breaker, which means that I would be the one who slays her demon, which means that demon would take her life. So essentially, birthing me would be the one who kills her. Not directly, but I would put a stop to her demon. I'd put a stop to her and her evil reign of what she's done to people. Okay, so she knew this. So she worked with my karmic family, gave them this promise of money, of this wealth, and they all worked together to try to take away my self-esteem. So they attacked my crown chakra because they tried to block me from God, and my intuitive sight, because like I said in my previous videos, I am a hereditary seer. I come from a long line of them. I'm an Irish seer, and I am called by the Morgan. I am a daughter of the Morgan. Okay, so the Morgan's been with me my whole life. Okay, just protecting me from this vile, vile creature. Okay, because I wouldn't even call her human. She's a creature. So she's been protecting me all this time. But they attacked my crown chakra. They attacked my solar plexus. They attacked my earth star chakra. Essentially, she wanted me to be cut off from my Akashic records. She wanted me to be cut off from my previous life. She wanted me to be cut off from any kind of grounding, any kind of stability, wealth. This voodoo priestess told her how to do it. And so she and this family literally tried to cripple me. Like, I'm talking, I had years of psychological, emotional, spiritual, and physical abuse. My whole life. Like, we're talking my whole life. I was literally bullied on every level by these people. These terrible, terrible people that were supposed to love me, that I was born into, okay? And chosen ones, I know many of us go through this. You feel like you don't belong here. You feel like, you may have even thought that you were adopted. I had dreams for 5 years that a man and his older son were trying to rescue me. They tried to kidnap me from these people. And I was scared because I didn't know what the dreams meant, okay? But it was essentially my ancestors were trying to take me from them. And it was through those dreams that I found out that the man who raised me was not my father. He was my stepfather, and he tormented me. He tormented me. He put me down. Like, we're talking, like I said, some severe abuse on every level besides sexual. The only thing he didn't do was touch me sexually. But he threatened my life. He beat me. So I went through all of that, okay? Then later she joined a coven, like I said, the 10 years. Joined this coven, secret society of people. And they didn't just target me, they targeted others, okay? And they sent me spell after a curse, after a curse, after a curse. And the only reason this was allowed to occur, okay, is because it is a fated event. Even the gods have to abide by fate, okay, and universal laws. Even the gods, okay? This is a fated event. And it was also my challenge to be able to essentially be crowned, okay? To be chosen. I had to go through this hardship, okay? But I wasn't alone. I had my guides there. I had the Morgan, okay? I had the Morgan. And she would send me nurturing women to me. That's how the goddess works. That's how Banja works. If I couldn't get love from anyone else, she would send these mothering, nurturing women to me to show me what unconditional love was. and she'd have them love me. She'd help me fill that void because like I said, I grew up without a name. The name she named me, no one called me by. I grew up without a name. I grew up with people calling me by a different gender's name. So like I said, it's amazing I didn't have suicide. It's amazing I didn't come out transgender, gay, anything, okay? They cursed me with infertility. They cursed me to never find love and to be alone. And they cursed me to essentially kill myself. Because they attacked my mind. They attacked my stability. Like, I worked 2 jobs my whole life. Until a certain point, I worked 2 jobs. And imagine how pissed she was when I got pregnant with 2 children that I wasn't supposed to have based off of their curses, okay? But they almost killed me. My children almost killed me. The first one, I was in labor for 16 hours. She got stuck. Almost killed me. We're talking the most excruciating pregnancies that I think anyone could have. I made it. And I brought my children to the world. Okay? But I wasn't supposed to. And she told me to abort these kids. I even got on videotape. She told me to abort them both. Each time I told them. To the point where my ex-husband and I went out and got us a godfather to the kids because we knew that our family wouldn't love them. And that they deserved something better. Okay? We knew that, and we had a godfather established, okay? So this coven here, this 10 years, okay, they had 10 years to harvest my energy and to essentially sacrifice me to Satan. So they sent me 3 demons, at least 3 that I know about, that I had to fight. I had to fight. And in this time, they kept trying to stop me from being with my twin flame. Because the prophecy ended or was completed when I married my twin flame. So they tried to get me caught up in karmic cycles. They tried so hard. They even hired a hitman to kill me. Hired a hitman, hired somebody in my neighborhood. Then they even took out life insurance policies on me that I don't know about. It's just intuition here. They took out life insurance policies on me so they could all collect the money once I died. Okay? I was left some kind of inheritance. And this was another reason why they sacrificed me. They wanted me to die so that way they could take my inheritance. Because they did some kind of fraud to where they were able to get the money and they already spent it. And why they hired this hitman is because they're scared. They're scared now because of the karmic shift and the prophecy being complete. I married my twin flame. I married my twin flame in October of this year. They didn't stop shit. Didn't stop shit. But they tried. And they tried very, very hard. Okay? And now they're all going through it. Now they're all going through it. I want to talk to you about abilities for a second. It's not like how the movies make it where it's just a young girl, like the Slayer, and she just gets all this power at 16. No, that's not how it works. You get a little bit of power, and then you get an obstacle. And the All High sees how you handle it. If you use your power to hurt people or to break universal law, they take it away. Like I said, this is just, the only reason this was allowed to happen was because it was a contracted thing, like contract with Satan. Satan had 10 years to do this. And Satan, in a way, saved my life. How he saved my life was he fed these people an illusion that they would be able to successfully get away with this. He fed them an illusion. Because if that illusion wasn't there, they would have just killed me. They would have killed me as a baby. They would have killed me as like a young child. They would have just killed me. If they knew that I would be the one to take them down, expose all their secrets, and kill the demon they worshipped, they would have just killed me. So Satan, in a way, saved me. That's how the All High and my ancestors described it to me. It was to shield me. It was to, because these people didn't know who I was. They just knew that I had fame and wealth. They didn't know that I was an earth angel. They didn't know who I was in a previous life. They didn't know, They didn't know. They didn't know who the fuck they were fucking with. You know? They didn't know. They do now. They're finding out. They're finding out big time, okay? And this, like I said, this isn't just a story about me. So many of you have gone through this. You may have not known about it, but your ancestors have been trying to alert you to it, especially over the summer. Your ancestors have been trying to get your attention to let you know the corruption, deceit, and the betrayal of those around you and what they tried to do to you. So for me, this is my story. That prophecy is complete now. So I know my family, some people are going to die. I'm not sad about it. They earned it. They fed off of and sacrificed a child and my own children. Like I said, so my karmic mother knew that her reign ended once mine began. So I'm at the beginning of my reign. But because of abilities, like I said, the All-High tests you. So I was tested here recently. And the test was, I had access to a certain legion of angels. A certain legion. I was shown how to call upon them. I was shown what to do. Like I said, it's not like calling on demons or nothing. It's angels, okay? That were dormant, that were waiting. I was shown how to get them. My problems, my enemies, whatever I have, I wouldn't have any, okay? Like, I invoked them. I was given, like I said, this was my test to see if I deserved my crown, if this reign, if I was truly worthy of it. Because I passed all the challenges. I passed all the tests. Every fight that was brought to me, I did it, and I did it gracefully. Like, understand, I've had the 3D fights. I've had rape. I've had domestic violence. I've literally had to fight men. I've had to fight witches. I've had to fight demons. And not because I wanted to, or because I was chasing clout or nothing. It was because it was sent to me by these people. Because they tried their damnedest to take me down. They tried to destroy me in every possible way. And then they even came after my own family, like my kids. Innocent lives. So that's why I know, like, to detach from it, I'm not hurt by it. They didn't just do it to me. But with my track record, anytime someone bullied me, I was the last person they bullied. They didn't get back up. My karmic family is finding that out now. So I was given this test that I had access to this legion that would literally annihilate. They'd either kill these people in their sleep or they would slaughter them in less than 24 hours. I wouldn't have enemies. What are enemies? You know? Because they would annihilate their entire bloodline. So even if it was my own blood, I would be the only one standing. My family would be the only one. We would be the rebirth of the line. And that was my test. You know why it's my test is because I resonated so hard with Machiavelli. The end justifies the means. Is it better to be loved or feared? At the beginning of my reign, did I want to be the one who annihilated everybody and be covered in bloodshed? Or did I want to be loved? Because I've been in the, I moved through love. That's what I do. That's my purpose. That's why you're watching me, is because I moved by love, not hatred, or by vengeance. But I was told vengeance could be mine. The only price was it would lower vibration just a tiny bit. Might block a couple of my opportunities. But it was a test to see how I handled my power before they granted me more. I said no. But there is a way to do this. I was shown another way because I passed the test. Another way, and that's what I'm going to teach to you. That's the whole importance of this, because I know you've been targeted. I know you've been trying to recover from curses and hexes and all that, evil eye. Like, I know that, starseeds. I know that, chosen ones. I know that, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. How to do it the right way. Do not be doing no return to senders, okay? Because you are essentially acting as karma. So karma will not intervene for you after this. And it lowers your vibration to match what was sent to you. So if these people are sending death spells to you, they're sending entities to you, if they're trying to cause you like bad health and like financial destruction, You will lower your vibration to match it in order to send it to them. Don't. How you do it, and before I go into how, make sure before you do this, you are pristine in everything. You are pristine in your actions. You are pristine in your intentions. You are pristine and pure all around, because there's no going back once you do this. There's no going back. No going back once you do this. So you better make sure that you are of sound mind and sound body and heart before you do this. You go to the All High, you invoke them, God and Goddess, the archangels, then you invoke your ancestors, okay? And you ask for judgment to be placed and justice to be restored. You say, any and all who have come against me, who have tried to destroy me, my family, my foundation, my health, my body, my purpose that you have given to me, All High, I ask for judgment. Judgment to be made. And this essentially puts you in spiritual court. Puts you and all these people in spiritual court. You cannot lie, manipulate, or talk your way out of it. The All High doesn't need you to talk out of it. So you have 3D events, which would be the physical. So why atrocities are allowed to happen, like war, terrible things, is one, some of them are fated events. Fated events have to happen. But 2, there's death and rebirth. What do people do when they're scared? What do people do when they have fear? They pray. They stop looking for validation out in their material world. They stop trying to go to other entities. They stop going to false gods. They stop that and they go immediately to the All High and they pray. So it creates an awakening. It's a cleanse that has to happen. It's terrible, but that's just how it is. So the terrible things that happen are 3D events because man has free will. And free will generates these events. But like I said, if something terrible happens, it's an awakening. You awaken people. You awaken certain spirits. You awaken certain deities, okay? And then they come and they restore the balance in some way, okay? But if you do magic, that is not a fated event. That happens in the 5D. That happens in the spiritual realm. And when judgment is called upon you, they see everything that you've done in the 3D. They've seen everything you've done in the 5D. And they know your thoughts, and they know your intentions, and they know what was in your heart at the time when you ask. And that's what's happening to these people right now. That's what's happening to these people right now. They're facing their karma because judgment has been called upon them. And judgment has been declared. Justice will be had and the balance restored. So that's what's going on, okay? That's what's going on. And know if they're hating you because you're favored, why does God love you? Well, God loves you because you didn't go to Satan. God loves you because you're not hurting people. It's all about choices and keeping that integrity in situations. If you don't keep the integrity in situations, that's how you get the All High to turn their back on you. They'll forgive you, but you've stored that karmic debt. So these people that were fed an illusion for the 10 years of Satan's reign, they stored 10 years of karmic debt that if they themselves cannot repay, it will go on to their children. It will go on to their family. And even if they are allowed to go in to reincarnate, it will go with them to the next life. So if they doom themselves to another life of misery, poverty, of abuse, that's where they're headed. So don't feel sorry for them. They worked really hard for this. So hard. They were putting in hours. They were doing moon spells every single new moon. They were attacking you. They were using their graveyard dirt. They were doing all this shit. They were working around the clock to do this to you. Around the clock. And now, say like my own karmic mother, her time's up. That little richness she got for her short while, for my 30 years, it's terrible, truly terrible to be in your 50s and have rape, violence, poverty, depression, and misery, and to literally be haunted and hunted by the divine for the remainder of whatever little life you got. It's terrible. She earned it though. I don't pity her one bit. But I know that's what's in store for her. So like, don't come crying to me. I'll turn you over to the state, which I know is what ends up happening to her. She gets turned over to the state, and that's where all that happens. But she wished for that. Because remember, these people were ignorant on witchcraft. They were very ignorant on universal law. They thought they were above God. And that's why my test, it was a test to see what I would do with the power I had, with the access I had. And they all had the same kind of root, which would have made me just like these people if I accepted. Because it's my birthright. It's mine. It's yours. But it's my birthright. And I would have been fully aligned with the justice that I would have gotten. Okay? I would have been within my rights because they attacked my family. They attacked my children. They attacked my husband. They attacked me. I would have been well within my rights, but I would have acted as God, just like these people did. They tried to act as God in other people's lives, because we're talking innocence here. Like if I went with this route, that was my test, it would have went after the entire bloodline. That means children. That means nanas, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, who may have not even known about what these people did. But I would have acted as a God. And what does God hate? When you usurp his power and you think you're his level. None of us are his level. None. So I passed the test. These people though didn't. They thought they were going to be gone. Truly, truly terrible. I pity their families. Pity their families. But they knew, or at least they should have known, what they were sacrificing when they tried to sacrifice other people. It always comes back. What you do to others, you do to yourself. So if you're cursing, you will not escape your fate. You will not. It'll come back to you. It'll come back. So let's get into the astrological events for October 16th through the 22nd, okay? So October 17th, Juno will be in Virgo, as well as the moon will be in Sagittarius. So this is going to be an intuitive focus on how to bring ourselves more freedom to pursue our happiness by aligning our conscious intuition with our drive, focus, and goals to achieve success. Juno is about fairness and balance to injustices, okay? So this planetary, or I'm sorry, she's like an asteroid. This asteroid alignment is going to bring about a restoration to injustices in our relationships to enable us to bring harmony to our relationships, okay? October 18th, Geminid meteor shower peak day. Surrender to the creations that are ready to be birthed through you, as you will have luck to solve problems through the means of written communications. Right. Journal. You're going to get the solution to your problem, whichever way that is. Okay. October 19th, the sun conjunction with Mercury. Moon will be in Capricorn, okay? There's going to be an intense energy and drive supporting both intellectually stimulating conversations as well as receiving messages from the divine. Now, Capricorn is the detriment sign of the moon, which results in weakened energy surrounding pursuit of our ambitions. However, this is an auspicious time to go within and to fully discover truths about ourselves and our abilities. October 20th, Mercury is in Pluto. Gather your strength ahead of a challenge, as the communications coming towards you will be of a passionate nature stemming from obstacles of another. Like I said, these people who are going through their karma, going through divine justice. Like I said, divine justice, when you invoke judgment from the divine, you surrender your control of the situation to the divine, which also means you have to be content with divine timing and how they pay it out. Okay? So these people have been getting paid at different times. They're getting paid, and they're going to come to you either angrily or very intensely trying to talk to you about this obstacle that they're facing, okay? You are being called to face this challenge, this conversation with confidence. Know full well that you are protected severely and just all around. Like, there's so much protection around you. It's insane. You have so much protection. So face this situation with confidence and know that you have the power to change it. Okay, so October 21st, the sun will square Pluto and Venus will trine Jupiter. This is going to be intense energy surrounding our transformation and development of power, as tensions could arise. Like I said, these people don't like your energy right now. They don't like the fact that you've ascended. They hate it. They hate the fact that they weren't able to take you down. They hate it. They don't like how growth looks on you. Fuck them. What's their problem? You did what you were supposed to do. You acted correctly. Now you're being rewarded, okay? As you're going to have luck and expansion of your finances as well as personal relationships. There's only one little note of warning here, okay? Do research before taking action. Like, say if it's finances, like if you're being notified like from the courts or something about like some kind of lump sum payment or something like that, read the fine print, read the contract before you take any action on it. So really meditate on it. October 22nd, Mercury will be in Scorpio as well as trine Saturn. Moon will be in Aquarius as well as this is Orionid peak meteor shower day. Okay, so there's going to be some intense, intellectually stimulating conversations that will be of an investigated nature, okay? However, your intuition will be supportive of the revolutionizing the fulfillment of your destiny, okay? You're going to have luck and people sharing hidden truths as your life purpose is of a difficult field, okay? To seek to help others. Just remember, like I said, these people are going to be coming to you to share their hidden truths because they think it's going to save them. It won't. It won't. You can't outrun karma. You can't outrun the divine justice. It will always find you. But remember, keep some for yourself. Keep some of your energy for yourself. Recover energetically, okay? Ground yourself. Get yourself to a place of alignment, okay? All right, so this brings us into the chakra that this is going to impact. So like I said, a lot of conversations this week, a lot of very passionate and intense conversations this week about what these people have been doing in the background of, you know, maybe positive communications as far as your luck turning around, okay? Like the Wheel of Fortune is going in your favor because these people are dealing with tower after tower after tower after tower. Complete devastation, okay? You're getting your just rewards, and for many of us, the Earth star chakra, your 10th chakra, is what they've been targeting if you are a chosen one, a star seed, an earth angel. They've been targeting this chakra, and I'm gonna go into why. Your Earth star chakra extends 12 inches below your feet, okay? It connects us to Gaia, Mother Earth, ancestors, and Akashic records, so your previous life, as well as previous life lessons, as well as familial inherited issues. Like I said, generational curses, karmic things, karmic cycles that have to be completed in this lifetime, okay? It is the chakra where we draw our powers, wisdom, ancestral wealth, and abilities from. It's the fundamental seeds of our soul purpose and life task to complete that purpose, okay? Contains all 4 elements. The yang function of this chakra is eliminating waste and channeling energy for real life achievement. The yin function of this chakra is receiving earth energy for the entire system. Okay? It's the source of our daily life energy. It dumps waste from the physical, emotional bodies as well as our aura. Now, the energy in women is stored in our sacral chakra, so your feelings, your identity, your creativity, okay? But in men, it's in the solar plexus, so self-esteem, willpower, confidence, okay? It grounds all chakras, okay, and serves as a locking down of our soul. Like I said, these people that were targeting me were trying to take my soul from me, essentially. They're trying to take my soul from me, and I'll get into why, okay? Problems. When this chakra is out of balance, if you know you've been attacked. Foot, ankle, and leg problems. Weight issues. Paranoia, neurosis, psychosis. Vulnerability to outside influences and harmful spirits. They attack that chakra to lower your auric field, to make all of your chakras imbalanced, so that way they could attach something terrible to you that would feed off of you. Like I said, if it's attacking your creativity, if it's attacking your identity, like say for me, that I wasn't even named. They wanted me to not have any identity. They wanted me to not have any source of stability in my life. So that way they could feed off me. They could harvest off me. If you're trying to put this chakra in alignment, 1, grounding, earthing. Put your feet on the ground, on the dirt, okay? And when you ground yourself, I have some guided meditations on my YouTube playlist, okay? Just to get you started if you need a place to look. It'll guide you to meditate, okay? And when you meditate, you are to envision branches, roots, coming from your feet and planting into the ground, and then you visualize your crown chakra opening to a source of like a lightish blue light, okay? That's what you do. And you feel like sunlight hitting your face, hitting your head. And then with the grounding, you have the roots that sucks up the energy, as well as you pushing the negative energy down, and that will ground you, okay? But also to live as organically and chemically free as possible. So what this means is to like detox, cut out certain foods, you know, to have like, I don't say be vegan, but like not have very processed foods, okay? And then to detox. They even have foot detoxes out there, like the pads that stick to your feet. You can do that. They have detox teas out there, like yogi tea, really good tea to detox your body. If you can't afford that, dandelions, harvesting dandelions is one of the best things you can do for yourself, okay? So go out, pick the dandelions, wash them, let them dry out in the sun, and then make teas from it. They are a natural diuretic, as well as they will detox the body, and it's safe to do so. You can even eat them if you want, okay? So like I said, guys, the Earth Star Chakra is very important. And it's important to ground yourself. Like I said, if you have feet problems of any kind, like something going on with your ankle, something going on with like the sole of your feet, maybe you have athlete's foot and you can't get rid of it. You're like, why the fuck, why? Yeah. It's like your body's physical way of communicating to you that there's a problem. Because that's what like happens when your chakra's not in alignment. It communicates physically, psychically, that, hey, something's out of balance here. Okay, something's out of balance. And you are being called to rectify that balance. Okay, guys, my collective here, I hope I answered some of your questions, as well as this is going to be a pretty intense week, but you can do it. I have full faith in you. I mean, you made it this far, right? So many people have tried to take you down. But you're protected. They're not. You are. You're divinely protected. Your ancestors are on your side. They're fighting battles for you. Just surrender it to the All-High. You got to surrender it. You can't obsess about it. You can't, say, detach from it if you're emotionally too into it. Don't feel the hatred. Don't let it consume you, because then they win. I'm not about letting anybody win. If it comes to me or them, I'm always going to pick me, you know? So you've mastered fight or flight. You've mastered survival mode. This is your chance to live your life, to enjoy your life, to have the freedom that you've wanted, you've paid. You fought and you mastered the challenges and obstacles brought before you that happen, in majority of the time they happen spiritually. You're being spiritually attacked. But you mastered it. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. These people, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. And they're going to find out exactly what happens when you hurt people, especially if you do so magically. Don't focus on it. Just trust the All-High and your ancestors are taking care of it, because they are. And how they do it is they pick them off one by one, and they give them devastation to put pressure on them. That's what the solar eclipse was. It was to put pressure on groups. I'm going to pick you off, and I'm going to pick you off, and I'm going to pick you off. I'm going to give you tower, 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 so you don't know which way to look. You have no way, you feel stuck. And that's why they're going to want to come tell you things, because they see it. They know that it's because of going against you. They know who they were fucking with. But your best revenge is living your best life. Your best revenge was having grace and fierceness without losing your crown. Celebrate that. You're a fucking badass. You're badass. Don't let anybody try to convince you otherwise. All right, guys, that's the end of the show. Mila boikas. 1,000 thanks.